It was 97 when Paul Bearer started teasing that The Undertaker had a brother and he's fucking alive and all this. And I remember not being crazy about that because this is in the middle of the Monday Night Wars. And WCW was so, on a roll. They were still kicking the WWE's ass at the time with the NWO and all the, cool hip shit that Scott Hall and Kevin Nash were doing, the kick-ass cruiserweight matches that were going on. WCW was just killing it. So for the WWE to almost go backwards, saying, okay, we're going to be a little bit more real, we're going to be a little bit more, adult-oriented and realistic storylines. Here they're going with an idea of a brother that was supposed to be dead that's now coming back, and he was horribly burned in a fire, and he also has superpowers just like The Undertaker, and he can also make it rain and lightning bolts come down and, and all that shit, and thunder and lightning, and he can raise the lights with his hands and all this, so he's got all the same powers. So I thought the whole thing, to be honest, was kind of hokey, and, for people that were following the backstage stuff at the time, me, myself, I was in the hotline days, so I was aware that it was going to be Glenn Jacobs. We had already known who he was. I remember him from, way back from Smoky Mountain. But when he came in as the fucking dentist, and then he was New Diesel, so you already knew that he was on the sidelines. They were trying to think of something for him, and they've decided to make him Kane. Now, we didn't know when Kane was debuting, but we knew who it was going to be. And at the time, I was saying, well, this big fucking kick-ass wrestler so far has had a couple of shitty gimmicks, and he hasn't really, even made a dent in the wrestling business. Nobody even notices he's there. He's as big as Psycho Sid, and he sucks, and now he's being put in a character that's going to be The Undertaker's brother, so he's working with The Undertaker, great, but how good is this gimmick going to be? I just kind of thought Kane was going to suck. And then when he finally debuted in the Hell in the Cell, came out and attacked The Undertaker, I wasn't even crazy about his outfit. I was just like, oh, this doesn't look good, and he didn't deliver the tombstone that well, and I just didn't think that this character was going to last, and I thought it was going to be a short-lived feud, and The Undertaker would tombstone him and bury him, and it would be gone, much like the fake Undertaker, how once that match happened at SummerSlam, that was the last we saw Brian Lee playing the fake Undertaker. It was gone. So I had a feeling that, that might happen to Kane at WrestleMania. But Kane got over, because Kane's awesome. And we were finally able to see the great performer that was underneath that mask that was there all along. The problem is the WWE gave him some stupid shit. He pulled this character off well. He had a great feud with The Undertaker, and, the Brothers of Destruction have had such a storied history, and here you go, 16 years after, Kane debuted, he's still in the fucking ring, and he's still wrestling, and I think that's awesome. His career has been amazing, and I just love, what that character was actually able to do for Glenn Jacobs, because that's a guy that deserves it. He deserved to have the success that he has. He's an awesome guy, and I'm just so happy for him, and, that character looked to be doomed at first, so, and he had a lot of success with it, so I think that's awesome.